Limited. And by God's grace, the J9 SPORTS is a brand that has actually been anchoring the J9 and other projects. And also I want to say a very big thank you to my very powerful honorable, our number one citizen of Ojokoro, JAY9. No other person than Honorable Tijani Daniels.
That will create more closeness, more open doors to the youth. And that is why today we are having, initially we don't have sport, youth and sport, super for youth and sport. What we work with is the Agric, HOD of Agric. That's the Agric department is what interfere, attend to the sport activity. But today, Lagos State has done another one by creating more relationship with this community. And that is why we are having our super for youth and sport. And that is no other person than Honorable Odoh. My privilege, sir. My privilege. And congratulations to your new organization, local council. And that is no other person than Sulaimon, Azeez. I'll call him Comrade. And Tammy, stand up. That is the last 2 seasons. The most valuable, is it the most valuable or the highest goal scorer? The highest goal scorer is a goal poucher. The goal poucher is he's a promising player. Watch out for this boy. Very clean. He's going far. He doesn't use eyes to see the goal post. So that is the highest goal scorer for last 2 seasons. Coach Stone, stand up. And that is the assistant coach of Faxing FA. The coach seeks for permission for his unavailability. And this Faxing FA is the winner of J9 League for 2 consecutive seasons, right? 2 consecutive seasons back to back. It was still the same team, the same team that took that win from God's Power where they played draw. That is the team there, and that is the coach representing them today. And the 16 teams is as a result of the female coach, and these are the female coach for the J9 female league. That is
our chairman is unavailably absent for now. He might join us before the end of the program. And what he has done is to say his best wishes for JAY9 League, the coordinator, and he's a friend of the house. You could hear him speak like he's also a staff of the council. No, what I will get office for you soon. We thank you for what you are doing in our environment. We thank you for the way you are growing our youth. We thank you for what you are doing, turning our star and taking them to stardom. You know, that is the beauty of the grassroots sports. When you are doing this, and people, you cannot lay claims to who has from this platform grow to stardom and who are from this platform leave the shores of this country, then it's a zero kind of effort. But what you've done, we've been following you, and that's why we counsel and investing into your programs, and we will never stop. A round of applause for my chairman. We will never stop because yours is more like a force of its kind in Ojokoro LCDA. You know, a personal project that has turned to like a community and also the council project. So it's laudable, it's commendable, and the chairman has said his words that we will continue to be part of this project. And let me start by congratulating the winners of the last edition, the 2020-2021 edition of the J9 League. And you permit me to do the unusual by giving a standing ovation for the winner of that league. Can we all rise up and honor the coach and the players of J9 League 2020-2021? A round of applause for them. You know, something has done unbeaten, and the council has really been appreciate this, and we have our media team here. Let's continue to clap for them, please. It might be your turn tomorrow. Yes or no? You guys are not courageous enough to say yes or no. It's too low. Yes or no? Let's have our seat, please. So what we do? Social media can take us to places. A lot of players in Nigeria are not better than what you have. How do I get to know that a team, God's Power, won a league? It's not a one-off. Won a league unbeaten, and it's not in the news. You know, we should have it in Complete Sports. We should have it in all our sport dailies. So I want you to add that to your programs. Let's start pushing our info out there. It's not just about coming to the council for partnership, but let's see our players. Who knows who can really spot them and take them to the stardom that we've prepared them for. I want to say God bless you for doing this, and God bless our coaches, because if you fail, we'll come back to the coaches. Now we are talking about highest goal scorer, we are talking about the MVP. If the coach didn't do the right thing, we will not look at them. We will look at the coaches. So I want to commend the coaches also for standing by your players, standing by your team. Yes, I know finances might be issues, but you guys have shown that you have passion for what you are doing. You are passionate, and we appreciate you all. Thank you very much. And for the players, don't relent. And that is the word of my chairman. Don't relent, and talent is not enough. Your skill can take you there, but your attitude to it will keep you there. You can be much more talented. We've seen in the past players with unruly behaviors. The likes of them we will not mention. You see them on your TV. They are very good, but today they are even playing either Serie C or Serie D somewhere, because no team can accommodate them. And you've seen some of your role models even in Nigerian League with attitudinal problems. So it didn't take them anywhere. Listen to your coaches. Respect the coordinators and the organizers of whatever we have when it comes to the sporting programs. And in terms of Ogachuk's and your team, we appreciate you too.
Thank you very much.
And don't stop. I'll continue to tell you, don't stop growing our environment. As we've been doing in the past, we will never stop also from our end. God bless you, J9 Sports, and God bless every one of us that are around here. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Presentation, right? My name is Comrade Omisore, SLG of Ojokoro local government. So what is?
We're going to be giving some room to our super to have one or two talk, maybe like 3-minute pep talk before we can go into the program for today.
HID, we should know that I met you.
A round of applause for our boss.
And I realized you were here last week, which we know footballers of today, drugs. You understand? I will beg you all. I know most people on the pitch is not your exercise, but I will beg you you shouldn't indulge in such. So we could also see you tomorrow and be happy that Ojokoro is having much people. I could see what my boss told me that last year that Ojokoro took 3rd position. And there's no big deal if you can take 1st position.
BOS Cup, we're the second. BOS Cup, that is Babatunde.
Governor's Cup.
Babatunde.
Olushola.
Babajide Olushola
Sowolu.
Yes.
So there's nothing. That's to show we have a good profile over there. So there's nothing we should take first. We have to visit the governor. You understand? So please, God's power. You understand what I'm saying? I heard your story here and I'm really impressed. So you all need to work in teams. So that's all I need to say. Thank you.
Has done what Ojokoro is doing today.
A round of applause for Ojokoro.
I'm saying this with a lot of confidence. And if we don't have such a leader in this in this LCDA, we will not have such an opportunity like this. And that is why I keep emphasizing on his name anytime I have the opportunity. He has been, last 2 years, before the COVID-19, he has been able to move over 10 players. He moved 10 players out of this country. And out of those 10 players, we have 2 that I know that are signed abroad. So don't you think it's a plus for us? It's a plus for us. You can imagine for him to take 10 players out. Just for one player, I know how much he has to pay. Not to talk of 10. So that means he has the youth and the development of sport at heart. And that is why J9 Sports will not find it difficult for his life. And we're also praying for long life and prosperity, a progressive LCDA, and also more wisdom for him to champion the affairs of this community. So, let me go straight into the project of today. We are going to be kicking off. Today we have the J9 League, J9 Female League, and also the Fitness and Wellness project we have. There are other projects, but these are the ones that we are flying. Then subsequently, the other ones will come in. So the J9 League is kicking off, by God's grace, all things being equal, on the 23rd. That's this Saturday, this coming Saturday, by 12 noon. Because on that day, we're having 4 teams participating on that day. That's 8 teams. That's 4 games on that day. So we are starting by 12, and by God's grace, by 6 o'clock, we should have rounded up with the whole game. And to this season, we're having 16 teams participating this season. Last season, in the previous season, we had 8, and last season we had 10, and today we're having 16. I think we can see the growth of J9 League so far so good. And I can boldly tell you that in Nigeria and in Africa, J9 stands as the #1 in grassroots league or grassroots sport. I can tell you that you can go anywhere and look for any organization, be it NGO, be it private, be it public, that takes grassroots beyond the way grassroots should be treated. The reason why I'm telling you this, it's very rare for you to see a grassroots league or sport having such a press release like this. It's very rare. But today, we thank God we are doing this, and this is not the first time we're doing it. We've done it before, and we're still doing it. Thank God for that long life. Then secondly, J9 League has gradually improved, let me use the right, improved, developed the way we are also developing grassroots. Because the approach we are applying in grassroots is the same approach that the FIFA, the UEFA, the La Liga, the Serie A approaches is what we are approaching in grassroots. And the reason why we are doing this is because of the level of the professionalism that we have as boards. Higher diploma, National Institute of Sport Management, and so you can imagine what you expect from us. So we work with standards, and after that we've done some international courses, which I may not want to mention. We've done a lot of international courses, and by God's grace we are in the UEFA process, and that is why we are giving all this. We are trying to make sure that we take our grassroots straight to Europe, to anywhere we can. We want a situation whereby international bodies can come to Ojokoro direct, because the opportunity other community have, Ojokoro does not have it. If you go to Agege, they have a stadium. If you go to Ajegunle, they have Maracana. If you go to Teslim, they have their own. You go to the island, they have campus, but when you come to Ojokoro here, we don't. But we need to build something of that nature, so that we can also have international bodies coming as well to come and pick players and identify with us. So, sir, we are going to be unveiling the J9 League official jersey. That is the jersey that will be available for every fan, every member, every stakeholder of Ojokoro. And by God's grace, our Honorable IdowuTijani Daniels is going to be the first person that will be launching that jersey before you can start seeing it publicly in Ojokoro. I think that's a plus for us. The Niger Cafe Rum, that is by God's grace our official rum for J9 League. So if you are coming to J9 League, you'll be able to have some good products to play around with and enjoy yourself. And we also have some sports brand as well, Hagai, official jerseys, and also the referee jerseys that we are going to be making use for this season. And we want to unveil, I think you are also going to be kicking off the J9 League 2021/2022 season. Why we are unveiling it? Because these are the things that we are going to use to kick off the league. So I will be needing. Okay. So we're going to be unveiling J9 League 2021/2022 season. That this is the official jersey for every member, every fan, every lover of J9 League. And by God's grace, are we okay? Thank you. And is here. One referee, that is the ref Ajoge, is representing the J9 Male League, while referee Toby Lasisi is representing the J9 Female League. So as we unveil our official jersey for 2021/2022 season. Okay. Thank you very much. And that is a product from Agai as well. I know we're not familiar with this ball. We're familiar with another type of ball. I don't want to mention the name because cheap advert. And this is the ball we are using. And by God's grace, this ball is also used in the Nigerian League. This is the ball they use in Nigerian League. You can also watch the Nigerian Female League and the male. They use this ball as well too. So, and by God's grace, this is the same ball that J9 League is using. So, a round of applause. So, we're the new season, the product of Agai. Are we okay? Are we good? The LMC are the ones organizing it. But today we are having the first grassroots female league in Nigeria, and it's coming all the way from Ojokoro. So I will have our female. The females, please. I would like you to talk. Okay. So, and this is will I call it a ritual now, where there is a culture that our honorable, the #1 citizen of Ojokoro, has set. And what we do is to make sure that we keep such culture alive. Before we kick off for the new season, we make sure we close the chapter for the last season fully. And how we close the chapter is we give out cash prizes to all the teams that participated last season. It is rare to hear such, but because of, we told you, we've made it mention that we are working with international standard. If you go to Premier League, La Liga, every team that participates have a cash to go on with, and that is why we are also following that standard. And today we are going to be issuing out cash prizes as well too, which you as a representative of our honorable will help us to hand over to the coaches that participated last season before the kickoff of this season commence. Thank you very much. Maybe should I start with from the ascending order or the descending order now? Okay, let me start from the descending order. Please, I'm going to be calling on Dear Light.
Congratulations. Dear Light.
Yes.
Yeah. More success.
Please, a round of applause.
Just stand.
Sorry. United aspirant, please. United aspirant. Amazing. Amazing FC. Not from Amazing.
Please, a round of applause, please.
Horsepower.
And one thing that is important also, as you are opening a new season, it's also a season of election. Play football and also let's play politics by getting our PVC and voting for the party in power. God bless also.
Thank you very much. This year we have corporate bodies who have been able to find us money to associate with, and they also sent their warm regards to our Honorable IdowuTijani Daniels, #1 citizen of Ojokoro. And this corporate body is no other corporate body than Nigeria Cafe Rum. That is our official rum for J9. So before the rum can go around to all the fans, to all the stakeholders, they decide to send a token or a pack of it to also thank our honorable and to official as well too. Give it to him. So Nigeria Cafe Rum, by God's grace, is coming in this season.
Thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
Let's start.
What we came here today, by God's grace, we're almost done. The last thing we want to emphasize in politics, which you already said. I was just waiting for us to round up our discussion and the order for today before we go into that. Or convincingly say that we are in support of the leadership of today. And by God's grace, during our honorables, that's Honorable HID, during his election and during his campaign, we all came out to support him. And the coaches that I have here, I want to believe that they all have their PVC. Or don't you have your PVC? Don't have speak out now. Don't you have your PVC? Please, can we speak out? Speak. The way we are saying yes. My name is Chukso Denachi, the founder or the chief executive officer of J9 Sports and the coordinator of J9 League. How? Sport has been a source of socialism. It's been a source of bringing people together. If you look at the world today, we've been able to use sports in during the apartheid in South Africa. In so many ways, we've actually used sports in uniting a whole lot of people. And it has to do with youthful exertion of energy, and which is governed under a rules and regulation. So in the community, sport is a very key tool in unifying the community and also engage the youth and distract them or take their mind away from youthful exuberance or becoming a nuisance in the community. And today, so far so good, sport has been a tool of identifying great athletes, showcasing them to the world, and indirectly, it has been a way of recycling a product. And those people that we've dished out to the world are also coming back to give back to the community. We have the likes of Ighodalo. Today he has been able to make a lot of impact in Ajegunle today.
Okay, sir. In the previous edition, what has been gained in this competition?
The previous competition we organized, as will I say it's the best that we've been able to achieve so far, because this season we've not really kicked off, and the past two ones was also done. We can see there's a whole lot of growth development going gradually. Will I say it's progressive, and so far so good. The impact has been so wide that right now we have more teams participating in the competition. Currently, we are starting with 16 teams this season, which last season we ended the league with 10 teams. The upper one, we ended the league with 8 teams, and today we're having 16. And I think it's a very huge plus to tell us that a lot of awareness is being created individually, social media way, other media brands like the brands we have here. So far so good. Our goodwill has also spoken for us, and that is why we're having more teams trying to participate this season.
Yes, sir. Finally, sir, Nigerian Federation suffered a very big blow after Ghana's defeaters moving to World Cup. And a lot of people believe that grassroots should come into our football federation now. What is your own opinion about that?
Yes, well, I really don't. I think it's just the right way to do things, and that is why we've been able to carve a niche from that. By God's grace, I'm a professional in the field, being certified, and we know what it takes to when we talk about grassroots. We know what foundation is. If I never had a good foundation, I know I would not be able to coordinate myself well enough to organize projects with my colleagues. And the NFF, going back to the grassroots, is key. And that is so far so good. That has been our huge challenge in our national sport. If the approach we give to sport is not just the best, but when you look at the kind of system that is being available currently, it's really affecting us. And that is why J9 Sports today has taken it as a burden on them to make sure that we get the grassroots right. And so far so good, we've been able to help the players, help the coaches, and help the fans, knowing fully well that the way an approach we give to grassroots sport shouldn't be treated that way. If you come to J9 League matches, you will see the way the fans are well dressed, well behaved, supporting the teams. And if you look at the coaches, you see the coaches are well dressed. If you look at the players are well dressed with all the necessary kits. And when you look at the referees that are under the Nigerians Referee Association, they are also giving all their own support to make sure that the league develop. And so far so good. That has been able to remove the kind of mindset the grassroots people think that the fans or the community feel that grassroots should be treated. Everybody is now taking it like the normal league they watch on TV. You cannot be watching TV and be giving all your attention to it with level of seriousness. Some people even play bet on them. And you are now leaving the one in your home. Like they usually say, charity begins at home. We have decided to go back to our homes and make sure we put things right. And by God's grace, in the coming World Cup qualification and be it international athlete championship, be it football, I believe that we're going to be picking 1 or 2 athletes from J9 Sports, by God's grace. My name is Chuksodinachi, the CEO of J9 Sports Management Limited. Thank you very much.
It's a great development because in today's sport, we know football has been the one league among every sport, which we all appreciate. And like last night they played Arsenal and Chelsea, and I could see a lot of people online been watching it. Everybody has interest to go home for it. So it's a good privilege for Ojokoro. And I believe my boss, which I'm representing today, my beloved boss, my great boss, Honorable Tijani Daniels, HID, is a lover of sport, one great lover of sport. That is why we are here today, to kick off the next match. It's a great thing, because what we see in football has been happening since Atlanta 96, the Olympic 96, and we know things like that has been ongoing. So there's no much if the opinion of the masses that's what they want. Let's work to that, and we believe we would have a great result.